craftaxethrowing.com. And while you're there, make sure to stock up on gift cards to give out for the holidays too. Call today at 402-802-9696 or head to craftaxethrowing.com.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Sponsored by SAMHSA and Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, maybe I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Whew.
It's a busy day.
Emotional day.
It's a busy day.
Emotional evening last night. We had a little get-together, and that was emotional
Down at
towards
Rosie's.
the end.
Shout out Rosie's.
Yes. That was emotional towards the end. Emotional day today, saying goodbye.
I'm sad I couldn't
necessarily goodbye, but just
I'm sad I couldn't stay longer last night at Rosie's, but Ellie was tired.
Yep. I got
KJ
to hold
was
KJ.
about to lose it. Yeah, you were excited to hold KJ.
I don't know
if anybody here knows. Nick apparently is a big baby guy. As soon as he goes, "Is KJ awake?" And we're like, "No, he's asleep." He goes, "Oh, I want to hold the baby." And we're like, "Okay, whatever, dude." As soon as he wakes up and Rachel's holding him, Nick goes, KJ goes, "Give me the baby. Come here, KJ. Come here.
Me and KJ just kind of went off. We were watching Clemson, Iowa State, and it was.
He's
all
chilling. Everybody kept saying he's a very chill baby.
Absolutely, he is.
You wouldn't have thought that for the last, I don't know, like 8-minute drive home, because he was not having it. But yeah, very chill at Rosie's.
Yeah, very, very chill.
While Ellie was the opposite, and she was
wilding,
running everywhere, and she wanted to say hi to everybody, and her version of hi is punching people in the back.
She came up to me. Well, you guys came up to me, hit me.
Yep.
I acted like I didn't hear her, and she goes, "Hey," and she hit me a second time, and I was like, I better pay attention to her, because
she's very intense.
She's gonna be mad. But
I also got her to say dolphins suck. And she said, "Shut up, Sipple." So we're on a great path so far.
Sip made the trek out.
It was
last
very
night.
weird. I have a picture. If anybody listening, I have a picture of Sipple holding my child. If anybody would like me to post that, I need texts. I need comments on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'll post this on Twitter. I'll tag Sip. I'll let you guys see Sipple holding a baby.
As always, 402-464-5685. It's going to be a short segment, this first one, which is totally fine, as we went over, because we were saying goodbye to Tom, all that good stuff.
It was necessary.
And then, absolutely, wouldn't change it. And then 2:30, we will have the tip jar. So send us whatever text you want in there around 2:30, or in the second segment, I should say. We'll get going there. But yeah, no, just a really emotional day. Excited for the future. I want to make that very clear. Excited for the future. Excited for the future of Happer and Schaefer and Tom, and excited what they get to do now. But obviously there's a part that's sad, because it is saying goodbye. So I'm glad you guys are still around, hanging out with us for the full day, wherever you may be, and ready for the rest of your Thursday. One-on-one with DP will be exciting. We'll announce our new lineup right at 3:00. That's going to be really, really fun. We'll keep you updated on Nebraska women's basketball as we go through. They are playing Michigan State on the road right now on the Big Ten Network. So if you're hanging out at home, keep us on your Alexa device, any of your Google device, anything there. But you can always have BTN on mute. And Nebraska, undefeated Nebraska, is down 13-8 early on in the first quarter.
Remember, all you have to do is say, "Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket."
You had to do it to him.
I had to.
Had to do it.
That's all you have to say.
like we said, 402-464-5685. We'll talk a little Husker Hoops here in a second. But first, Thursday's our day to give away a care basket courtesy of Beatrice Bakery. And this is a really cool thing to do every single week. You guys, you know how to get involved as well. Head over to ticketfm.com if you have somebody that you want to nominate for a care basket. This one for this week comes from Becky. She would like to nominate the staff at Lincoln CHI Health St. Elizabeth for a care basket. She says they have just worked as hard as anyone has during this pandemic. So we will get in touch with them. We'll deliver a couple cakes, a care basket over to Lincoln CHI St. Elizabeth. I remember I went over there and I've delivered one to the ICU over at CHI Health or St. Elizabeth. And it was really, really cool. And it was interesting to see. Rico, in all seriousness, we kind of have it easy compared to those folks over
definitely
there.
have it easy.
And it really is eye-opening, especially during this time. So we will get in touch with those good folks over at Lincoln CHI. Appreciate Becky for nominating. Once again, go to the ticketfm.com. There's a little tab. You can click on it, nominate somebody that you think should receive a care basket, courtesy of our good friends at Beatrice Bakery. All right.
Yeah, I've got some friends who work in the medical field, and some of the stories that they're able to tell, that they tell us or tell me, is just wild. Like, especially now during the pandemic and these last 2 years now, really, of COVID and the lack of beds and just people coming in just extremely sick is just, it's really eye opening, and it's kind of scary. So they deserve all the love and the help that they can get.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk some Husker Hoops, Rico, because they do have a game on Sunday.
Do they though?
As of right now, they do have a game on Sunday against Ohio State. Ohio State had to cancel their previous game this week because of some problems with their program. They say they released a statement. They feel like they're going to be ready to go by Sunday. So let's keep our fingers crossed that Nebraska gets to play a basketball game on Sunday.
I wonder
Because
how many people they'll have.
Also, another thing to think about, the COVID forfeit policy. Those things came out from the Big Ten earlier this week, I believe, and it was basically just because a team can't play, it's not an immediate forfeit. So for those Husker fans hoping that teams cancel so Nebraska maybe gets a couple conference wins, that's not necessarily the case. But I wanted
Nebraska had to go through it last year, and that is not.
Yeah.
You do not want a team going through that. Whether it's a team that was or that is as not good as Nebraska was last year, or a team that's as good as Purdue, like, you do not want a team to play that many games in that little amount of days. Like, that is extremely tiring, and that's not safe for your body, like, to play that much in that short amount of time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. One thing we haven't been able to talk about it this week, but I'm curious to gauge your guys' thoughts. Nebraska's non-conference woes are very eye-opening when you look at it under this staff. So I was actually going to talk about this on Tuesday with Jacob Padilla when we talked to him, but he had other things going on with the Metro tournament and everything, and there's nothing that new to talk to him about. So we kind of gave him the day off there from coming onto the show. But
high school shot clocks.
Yeah, exactly. He did a deep dive into the Huskers' non-conference play, and it's not great. Nebraska is 1-8 against other high major teams in non-conference play. Rico, do you know the one team that the one high major team that Nebraska beat in non-conference? This is disregarding conference play.
What year was it?
2019.
I'm trying to remember teams that they played. High major, so that's Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, Big East.
Yes.
Wasn't that?
It's a Pac-12 school.
Pac-12, okay. Washington State?
Yes, Washington State. Washington State in 2019. If I remember correctly, don't count me on it. No. Is it the one that they played in that high school gym in South Dakota?
No, they won that.
I'm going to have to look.
No,
that was against Oklahoma State.
The Sanford Pentagon.
Yeah, that was
they won that one. I believe that was Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State is who they played.
Oh, then they lost that one because they only have one in high
major. They lost. Nebraska, Washington State basketball.
Yeah, because it was exciting because was that That was going to be Donovan Williams was going to play in that, but I think he tore his ACL before the season.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Can you guess who led them in scoring?
Nebraska?
Yes.
2019 team.
2019, he finished with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 0 assists in 34 minutes played. He was here for 1 season.
Yeah, the teams are all I can't go ahead.
Hanif Cheatham.
Hanif, Drake's best friend.
Hanif Cheatham.
He's overseas playing.
Yeah. From
Florida Gulf Coast.
Florida Gulf Coast. Yep.
From Canada. Drake's best friend.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, where were we? So it made me interested in just Nebraska's woes, not even conference play, right? It's non-con. And we talked about it at the beginning of this season. Nebraska, there were a lot of high hopes and expectations for Husker basketball, and we felt like it was for right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And we felt like we had reason to believe that they were going to be able to shoot the ball better. Funny. Shoot the ball better. They were going to be able to just figure out what they wanted to do on offense. They had an idea of what their plan on offense was. We always knew that their rebounding problems were going to be apparent, and they were going to be undersized, but that's kind of how Nebraska always has been in the Big Ten, right?
You thought that they would be better at defense because that's about a communication and feel, and this team actually spent time together.
Yeah.
As opposed to some of the previous Fred Hoiberg teams. So you believe that their defense, although, as you said, with rebounding, which is a big part of defense, it was going to struggle. You believe that they would be better than they are currently.
Yeah, but I remember before the season began, I believe it was the day of the Western Illinois game, we were looking at the schedule and we did a little exercise where it was, there's a way that Nebraska could be 7-0, right?
Heading into that 5-game stretch of death.
I'm looking up their schedule here so I can, because it was 7-0 either going into
or 6-1
or 6-1 going into their first conference game, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we were thinking, okay, they can either be 7-0 heading into NC State, or they can be 6-1 if they lose to Creighton. Because you look at it down the line, Western Illinois, you felt like you should have won, right? Nebraska beat South Dakota. They were, 4-2 going in? Yeah. 5-2 going into NC State.
Mm-hmm. They were down big against Creighton and clawed their way back. And there was a point where you thought, oh, wait, like Nebraska might actually beat Creighton this year. And they spent all of their energy coming back. So it was futile towards the end.
Yeah. And so now you kind of just had this downward spiral against, NC State, Indiana, Michigan, Auburn, Kansas State, and then you have a kind of a bye game against Kennesaw. Well, now you're sitting here, Nebraska is 6-7, and 6-7, excuse me. And you begin this conference slate of Ohio State, Michigan State, Rutgers at Rutgers, so the RAC's not an easy place to play.
Hard place to win.
Illinois, you're going to have a size disadvantage with Kofi Coburn down low. At Purdue, who's a top 5 team.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Rutgers again, Michigan. And then, not to mention, you'll finish with Maryland, Northwestern, Iowa, Penn State, at Wisconsin. That's what you finish with. There's a couple games in between as well.
Goodness.
There's no breathing room. And when you talk about a margin for error or trying to find the games that you look back and you go, man, you would have really liked to have that one. That's that whole non-con slate.
Mm-hmm. You would have really liked to have gone undefeated or if you have losses to not this, like this Creighton team has shown that they're actually pretty good this season, but you had them on the ropes. You might have should have won that game if you didn't shoot so bad at the beginning of the game. The NC State game, you probably should have won with the foul at the end, the non-called foul. And then, the other non-con games for kind of the high major non-cons were little.
Well, it's not even, for me personally, it's not even a fact of you didn't win. It was you didn't show up against Michigan. You didn't show up against Auburn. And you lost a game in Kansas State where you forced you forced twice the amount of turnovers, but did not score any points off of those turnovers. Where Kansas State, if I remember correctly, forced 11 turnovers and scored 22 or 18 points off
20
turnovers.
I think it was 21.
I think it was 21. Thank you. And so you're sitting there thinking Nebraska had opportunities, right? Western Illinois should have been a win. You would have liked to see them be able to knock off a good NC State team on the road. You would have liked to at least see them show up against Michigan, but they fold and go 102-67. You would have liked them to see at least show up against Auburn 99-68. And you feel like they could have beaten a Kansas State team that was not shooting the ball well, but you were shooting it so poorly that you still lost by 9 on your home floor. It's really a shame when you look back and you look at, once again, another theme, missed opportunities. Because we talked about at the beginning of the season, if this Husker team wants to be playing towards the end of the season in terms of March Madness or NIT even, they were going to need to get those games in the non-conference. But like Jacob Padilla kind of wrote and outlined in his article on HailVarsity.com, Nebraska is not successful in non-conference slates under Fred Hoiberg. And it's always been games. And this goes back to before Fred Hoiberg also. There's Incarnate Word in there. There's other games that you should have been able to win at home, but there's always that one slip up. And it feels like every time Nebraska has that one slip up, everybody worries that this thing might be falling off the tracks. Well, now the NC State game kind of was the game that spiraled downward for this program.
There were two ways you could have gone after NC State. You could have gone, the way that it seems they have gone and spiraled downward after a tough loss and think, oh, woe is me, we should have won that game, but we didn't. We're not that good, and just kind of feed into it and lose your shooting touch for multiple games. Or you could have gone with the, we stuck with a pretty good ACC team and we should have won that game. This proves we can stick with almost anybody that is on our schedule currently.
Yeah.
Let's go out there and show everybody what we can do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And so, like I said, you can look at it two ways once again now and have, holy crap, we have a loaded conference slate coming up and it hits us right away starting Sunday. Or you can use that opportunity word again and just do your best to not have it be missed opportunities again. There's opportunities ahead and Nebraska can take advantage of them. And you can buy into however much you want into that Kennesaw State game with the attitude and the mentality of take a bad shot, you get pulled. And maybe that's what they do from here on out. And if so, it worked. It worked against Kennesaw State. And I'm interested to see what the approach is on Sunday to Ohio State. And if it's that same game plan, same identity, by all means, man. If it works and you at least show up, number one, you have to show up.
That's step one.
Number two, you have to have effort. And number three, then you can worry about the score. Because if you're not giving effort and you're not even showing up, then you can predict what the score is about to be. And it's going to be a remix or a replay of that Michigan game.
And I understand people that, the Kennesaw State take a bad shot, you get pulled, and how people are worried how the players might be looking over their shoulders and everything. But I don't think that should be an issue with them looking over their shoulders because they know what a good shot is. They know what a bad shot is.
Yep.
They know what shots they should be taking, what shots they practice, and they work on all of the time that are good shots for them. They know, and Fred knows what shots are good for them.
Yeah.
Certain players taking step back threes or trying to cross somebody over and still taking the shot when you haven't created any space. Those are bad shots. They know it. Fred knows it. That's why they get pulled. My only issue is if the person you put in the game, heat check or takes a bad shot, where do you go from there? Do you go further onto the bench or do you let that person keep going or bring in the person you had just subbed out? That's my only issue. It seemed as if he allowed the sub to, if they take a bad shot, get one more opportunity. Yeah. If they take another one, then they get pulled and the starter, whoever they were subbed in for, comes back into the game. But I like that idea because it holds people accountable. You know what you're supposed to do. You know how, or the job you have to win this game. And if you deviate from that process, you're going to sit on the bench and you're going to have to talk to coach and tell him why you did what you did.
Well, it's the same thought that I had yesterday with the football program is you buy in, you embrace your role, or we're going to do this thing without you because we have confidence in what we're building. We know what it works. And Beansky makes a good point on the text line. Condensed showing up is just giving effort. And you're absolutely right. Maybe a better way that I should have phrased it, and I appreciate it, Beansky. Maybe the way I should have phrased it, I know I appreciate it, Beansky. The way I should have phrased it was not allowing poor shots mid-game or poor decisions mid-game affect your effort on the other side of the floor, whether that's bad defensive play affecting poor or your shot quality, or vice versa, where it's affecting poor shots or allowing poor shots to affect your defensive play.
Mm-hmm.
That's where maybe I should have.
I mean, you can give effort and still not be there mentally. You can be, somewhere else and still be attempting to give good effort. But if you're not all in on that certain day, on that certain game, it's hard to do really anything. So the first step is showing up and getting your mind right and prepared for that game, and then you go out and give effort. But I do understand what Beansky's trying to get at.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. All right, let's take a break. Do you say we do the tip jar?
I say we do the tip jar. Get your texts in, get your comments in on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It can be anything from sports related to not sports related. It's if you listen to Happer and Schaefer rip, it's just like the text bag.
Yeah, we took the text bag.
Let us know what's up. Give us some crazy things. Give us some fun things to talk about. Give us some sports things to talk about. Doesn't really matter, but that'll be happening right after this break, right here on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Sponsored by SAMHSA and Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
I mean, so many things you turn on now, you say it ain't so. Miami's not playing in the Sun Bowl.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa. Sorry about that, Lincoln. And everybody.
Provo here today, so you never know.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Look around your house. You don't really have any room for Christmas gifts. Things are stuffed into closets, and your garage is a mess too. For a unique gift this holiday, call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for their Christmas organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that will be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. Storage options for cabinets, monkey bars shelving, or slat wall. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638. That's 730-1638.
If you're struggling to get motivated to work out, you're not alone, and Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is here to help. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with Farrell's 10-week challenge, starting January 8th, all for a chance to win $1,000. Farrell's combines kickboxing with inclusive strength training and nutrition planning to help you stay on track. Go to fxblincoln.com to sign up today. It's the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-week challenge, starting January 8th, with 2 locations in Lincoln.
Beatrice Bakery has been serving Nebraska with one-of-a-kind Grandma's fruitcake since 1964. You already know that, but did you know they offer way more than that? You've got to try their line of liqueur cakes, like the strawberry daiquiri cake or the vanilla rum cake. Or what about their breakfast breads, the banana nut bread or their various streusel coffee cakes? Whatever the occasion, Beatrice Bakery has something for you. Oh yeah, and Grandma's fruitcake? It's still pretty darn good. Beatrice Bakery, Located in downtown Beatrice, or always online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts. More celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Every time we make the choice to drive, we're making a choice that could have life or death consequences. Friedman Law Offices has proudly sponsored our holiday taxi service for 30 years. This year, we're proud to partner with Z-Trip to keep Lincoln streets safer. Between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. from December 15th to New Year's Day, you can get a free ride home if you've had too much to drink. Just call 402-474-SAFE or click Let Friedman Drive at friedmanlaw.com. Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
(402-464-5685). Send in any questions. Oh, Jazz Shelley with the nice little floater.
Jazz Shelley.
Nebraska now leads Michigan State 24-23. 6:25 left in the second quarter. Like I said, 402-464-5685. Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line. Feel free. That once again, since we're naming it the tip jar, it can be tips, it can be advice,
it can be whatever you want.
It can be questions, whatever you like. We will do this. We'll do it every. We'll usually do it on Thursdays, we decided, right?
Yeah.
We'll usually do it on Thursdays, and we are okay with it carrying over into the final segment if you guys are active. So
the defense in this game currently is king or queen, depending on how you want to say it.
Yeah,
Nebraska is shooting 8 for 27 for a 29.6% field goal percentage, while Michigan State is 7 of 20, 35%. And from the arc, Michigan State's only attempted 4. They've made 1. Nebraska has attempted 15 and made 3.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a struggle shooting right now. Both teams are shooting in the 80s for free throws. Nebraska has 5 of 6. Michigan State 8 of 9. Michigan State down on the boards by 2, 18-16, and the rest of it's pretty even. Yep.
Well, Nebraska's still up 24-23 on
Shooting
Michigan
is
State.
a struggle.
Yep. But Bella Cravens and Izzy Bourne putting in work down low, so it's good.
Michigan State has a real tall girl down in the paint.
Yeah.
I don't know what her height is compared to, Bella and Izzy, but she looks very tall.
Yeah, they're going to be in for a fight. Nebraska is. They're 12-0, and I believe they return to PBA Tuesday against Michigan, top 10 Michigan.
Taking on the teams from the Mitten State.
Yes.
As Mark used to say.
All right, let's do it. Tip jar, 402-464-5685. Let's start with Dawn. Nick, what is the strangest, weirdest song that you like to listen to? Oh. I got to hit up my Spotify here. Rico, go ahead and answer.
Okay,
He-Man
so
or G.I. Joe?
so he also has a question. Rico, He-Man or G.I. Joe? I'm going to go with G.I. Joe. It's a little more fun to watch, although I do love He-Man. He has the power and all that fun stuff. But G.I. Joe, it's got its own movies and everything, Snake Eyes and the like. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot cooler to act like G.I. Joes than He-Man. He also says Transformers or Gundam. Now, Gundam are so much cooler than Transformers, but Transformers can turn into dinosaurs and cars and helicopters and jets. But a Gundam, you get to control yourself. You get your own robot and you get to do all that. If I could throw a third one in there, I would throw in Zoids, and those were awesome. But I'm going to go with those two. I'm going to go with Gundams because I want to control my own robot.
I don't know anything about them. Okay, my strangest, weirdest song. So one of them is Something Stupid by Michael Bublé. Here's the thing. It's
okay.
Rico, if you were to close your eyes right now and picture yourself in a speakeasy, that's what you would be listening to.
Really?
Yes. I also, this isn't a song, but I listen to meditation to go to sleep. So I go. It's something called the Meditation Minis podcast.
Yeah.
Just walks you through like breathing. I just listen to that.
I used to listen to classical music to study.
I can't do classical. I think I have to know the song.
Not just
if
to
it's
study.
playing.
No, it's better if you don't know it, because then you can't try to play along with it if you don't. And it's just to study. You just sit there, you pop it in. There's no words. It's just piano, orchestra, all that, and it's fantastic.
All right, let's keep moving. Dusty, Nick, would you rather have your head on Sip's body or Rico's body? And Rico, would you rather have head on Sip's body or Nick's body?
I would go on Sip's body because he's taller.
No, he's not.
Because he's taller than Nick.
He is not.
So I would go with that. And also, he used to be a boxer.
He's skinnier than I am.
He used to be a boxer. So all that fun stuff.
He is not taller than me.
I think he is.
I would go Sip because he's much taller than Rico.
That is true.
There's no.
Everybody is taller than me.
Yeah. Corey and Lincoln, was the going away party at Southside Rosie's or downtown?
Downtown is the first time I'd ever been in there.
It's huge.
And it is massive and it is amazing. And also they have delicious French fries because that's all Ellie wanted.
Also, one on Keno. I played 5 games, hit on 2 games.
Never stop playing the game you love.
Never stop playing.
There was also trivia.
Yeah. And there were 3 teams playing trivia.
2 of them were at our table.
They give prizes to the top 3. So every team that was playing won.
Congratulations.
Cleveland Mike. So my coworker who has a much better desk location worked his last day today. Do I just move my stuff to that desk or do I ask my boss first?
Cleveland Mike, do not ask. It is better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Move your stuff over there. I'm sure your boss will love the initiative and will let you keep the desk. That, or you might be packing up your stuff and moving with your former coworker.
I'm not sure. I think you need to ask.
Don't ask. Do it.
Be
assertive.
A follow-up question, which we'll have to get to back to later. Was the coworker in a higher position than you? Is it like a boss's desk?
Is it like an office?
Yes. Is it an office with a skyscape?
Is it beautiful mahogany? Is it a mahogany desk?
Yeah.
Or is it something cheap like cedar?
Yeah, we'll get back to that here shortly when Cleveland Mike follows up. Brian T, what's your favorite burger at Honest Abe's? We almost eat there too much since my daughter works there. Okay, I have to look up Honest Abe's.
Yeah, I'd
burgers.
have to look up the menu. I haven't eaten at Honest Abe's in a hot minute. It's been a while. But I do know that it's delicious.
I just had it for the first time. Yeah, nice voice crack. I just had it for the first time the other week. Happer brought it in for me. All right, let me see the
order freedom.
Yeah, gosh, it's like 12 steps to get to their
menu.
menu.
Really is.
I just got the I think I just got the cheeseburger.
Wow, you're so basic.
Or I got the greatest burger ever.
I don't even
I would
know
do
which
either one of
did.
those.
I did one once. Did they used to have one that had some type of jelly? I think I did the Hammer of Thor once, but I took the Brussels sprouts off.
Yeah, I looked at that.
The burgers are delicious. The fries are almost better.
Oh, the natural.
Have you ever tried the truffle fries?
Mystic looks good.
Have you ever tried the truffle fries? No. It's fantastic.
All right, let's keep moving on here. Corey and Lincoln, the animated G.I. Joe movie from 1986, kicks ass. Okay. Cody,
I'm sure it does.
Ability to fly or time travel?
Okay. I've thought about this for a while when I saw the text. I would rather fly because time travel for a person of my melanated type cannot go back in time very far.
I think
so. I would have to go to the future, and I'm fine. Like, it's whatever. I don't care about going to the future. I'll live in the present. So I'm going to fly. Now, if you would have given me the ability to fly or teleport, it's teleportation, hands down. I'm getting places super quick. Flying would be cool because you can, go up and see all these things and, whatever, travel. But teleportation, I'm just there.
I think I'm flying. Because I enjoy going to places.
I'm going to take all my stuff with me and just bloop. Teleported.
Yeah, I'm good with flying as well. Claytonia John, favorite Marvel hero and why? Well, this is kind of tough for me. My first Marvel movie that I've actually seen in its entirety was Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Do you want me to throw some Marvel heroes at you and see if you?
No,
I should
know
them.
I should be okay.
You look like a Captain America kind of
No,
guy. Just
no.
basic.
Can I go with Spider-Man?
You can.
I think Spider-Man. I really like Spider-Man after No Way Home.
Okay.
Doctor Strange had an appeal to me, but I don't know if he's a hero.
He is.
Okay.
He's a hero.
I like Doctor Strange. I liked his mannerisms.
You should watch Doctor Strange. His movie is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's very mind trippy, but it's very good.
All right, what's your favorite Marvel hero?
It is a tie between Spider-Man and Iron Man. And by Spider-Man, I mean Miles Morales.
Okay.
Because he is me, except for the fact that I don't live in New York.
Couple more here. Cleveland. Oh, back to Cleveland Mind. Here we go. So my coworker has a much better desk location, worked his last day. Do I move my stuff to that desk or ask my boss first? He says same level of employee, but I outrank his replacement, they're in the military, by a few steps.
Take it.
Take it.
Take it.
Yeah, no, that's
immediately.
Easy. Brian T, last one. Brian T, invisibility or X-ray vision? Invisibility, please.
Invisibility. Yeah.
Don't make me talk to people. All right.
I'm just gonna go to the store and ignore people.
Just don't worry about it.
And Cubsker, Deadpool is kind of an anti-hero, so it's one of those things depending on, what side of the coin you fall on for Deadpool.
Absolutely. All right. 402-464-5685. Get your final thoughts. We can take this into the final segment. We do need to take a break. We can take it into the final segment, or we can talk about a couple other things. We'll do whatever you guys want to do next on the Happy Hour.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
If you're struggling to get motivated to work out, you're not alone, and Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is here to help. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with Farrell's 10-week challenge starting January 8th, all for a chance to win $1,000. Farrell's combines kickboxing with inclusive strength training and nutrition planning to help you stay on track. Go to fxblincoln.com to sign up today. It's the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-week challenge starting January 8th with 2 locations in Lincoln.
Beatrice Bakery has been serving Nebraska with one-of-a-kind grandma's fruitcake since 1964. You already know that, but did you know they offer way more than that? You've got to try their line of liqueur cakes, like the strawberry daiquiri cake or the vanilla rum cake. Or what about their breakfast breads, the banana nut bread or their various streusel coffee cakes? Whatever the occasion, Beatrice Bakery has something for you. Oh yeah, and grandma's fruitcake? It's still pretty darn good. Beatrice Bakery, located in downtown Beatrice, or always online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New vehicle production has been increasing, but the lots will not be filling up anytime soon. In fact, most vehicles are being pre-sold and are leaving the same week as they arrive. If you want your new Chevrolet or GMC, this is a great time to build a vehicle and place an order. Our sales team will work right with you to build the exact vehicle you want. At Koppel, we appreciate your business and sell vehicles at a fair price. So come check us out or visit us online at koppelcars.com.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts. More celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
One host has a red beard and thinning hair. The other also has a red beard and thinning hair. One host got married over the summer. So did the other one. One is a diehard fan of a sub-500 AL Central baseball team. So is the other. Can these two radio hosts do a show together without getting confused as to their own identity? The same couple. Happer and Schaefer. Weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point and 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate. Look around your house. You don't really have any room for Christmas gifts. Things are stuffed into closets, and your garage is a mess too. For a unique gift this holiday, call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for their Christmas organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that will be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. Storage options for cabinets, monkey bars shelving, or slat wall. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638. That's 730-1638.
Now back to the happy hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on the happy hour. You made me jump a little bit, Rico. Come on, man. You made me jump a little bit. I know it's coming now, so
Okay.
you can't fool me
I'll
there.
get you next time.
Welcome back to the happy hour. Nick and Rico with you. Stick around here. In about 11 minutes, 10 minutes exactly now, we will be announcing our new lineup. So stick around. Hop on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I believe Mark will be there. DP obviously will be here. Bach is going to be part of it. Rico, I'm sure, will be involved some way, and I'll be here as well.
I'll sneak my way in.
Just kind of getting you guys. I'm telling you, folks, it's exciting for the future, like we kind of talked about in the beginning of the show. All right, we got a couple final texts here.
Some extra text.
Jake Sorensen taps in with Happer and Schaefer both gone. Who has the best beard at the station now?
Easy.
Mark would probably have the best beard. I think I come close second when I have it lined up.
You know, as soon as it comes in on the sides, I got y'all beat. But I gotta wait for that. I gotta wait for that. I gotta wait for it to connect.
All right, we'll
so I'm rocking a goatee right now, and it's gorgeous.
We'll talk again in 2024.
But yeah, something like that. I might be longer.
Really?
I just need to get like some type of like. Does anybody have any good beard treatments that I can just?
They have those rollers that I've seen. Well, I've seen them.
Do they work?
I've seen them on TikTok where they poke little holes.
Do they work?
TikTok says they work.
TikTok says a lot of things, Nick.
Smart coffee table. I wanted that so bad.
Look, he told me about that, and I really wanted to get it. I tried convincing Rachel.
So he and I were talking about that one day, but then I started getting ads for smart bedside tables.
Ooh. I saw somebody, again, on TikTok, made their own bed, and it was like a smart bed.
No.
Where like it had lights underneath, and it was kind of like a floating bed. It was like built into the wall, and it had, tables that were built into it, and they had, their own plugs, and you just put your phone on the table, and it starts charging.
A full charger.
Yeah, and it just all like the light is just like a little like tap thing where like there's no switch. You just kind of tap it, and it like changes, and there's like an app on his phone that he does all this. Like
that is
it
awesome.
was pretty intense.
That's fantastic. Once again, we had him on the show last week, I believe, last Monday. Head over to Nutrizio. Shout out to Don on Twitter for tagging us and the station. Heading over to Nutrizio's downtown 13th and O. Next, close to the Jimmy John's. So if you know where the Jimmy John's is at, it's in that same building kind of as the Jimmy John's, and very good. Get you energized for the rest of your week and heading into the new year. All right. Rico, couple minutes left here. Oh, one more text that I wanted to get to. Claytonia John asks on the text line, he says, so idea, can the happy hour give out free drink tickets or something to a local establishment? Maybe for best text of the day or trivia question.
We might have to wait till February.
Yes, we may have to wait till February 20. Well, I'm taking the 23rd off, 24th to talk, because that's when I turn 21.
So we'll have to wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to be easier to sell if the two hosts can drink.
Happer's meme guy, I will take your memes. Your name will remain Happer's meme guy, but you will become Rico's meme guy.
Wait, what happens to Curter points?
They had to redeem them today. If they didn't redeem them, then they don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. I keep saying they're available for use at the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon. But Happer says no. And since they are his points, he gets to decide. Also, I haven't talked to the Blockbuster, but I think they'd be fine with it.
Do we think their phone rings off the hook?
The last Blockbuster?
The final Blockbuster?
Probably not. I want to go there. I used to go to Blockbuster all the time.
I remember Blockbuster.
That's how I would play all the video games before I would ask my grandpa to buy them for me. We would go to Blockbuster. I'd rent them for a weekend. I'd play them. I'd usually finish them. Then I wouldn't have to buy them.
I never rented games from Blockbuster, but I just did DVDs. But there were many times where it was right when Blu-ray came out.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be very careful.
'cause
Same
you're
with
young.
Redbox. You had to be very careful not to get the Blu-ray version because you couldn't play it.
Because then you needed a Blu-ray player.
Until I got a PS3.
Yep.
And Blu-ray was compatible with PS3.
There was a deal where if you rent 2 movies, you get a video game for half off or whatever. So my grandpa would go in, he'd rent 2 movies, he'd take me with him, he'd tell me to pick out a game, we'd be good to go.
That's awesome.
Get it for a weekend, we'd watch the movies, I'd play the games, we'd take it back.
That's awesome. Couple minutes left here in the show. Adam says this, it may sound like a spoof, but mayo works well on beards. Did you see Shane Beamer getting
clocked in the head by the thing?
By mayo?
Yeah, so the tub they had it in, first they flipped it, and it was probably heavier than they thought. They hit him on the top of the head, and then they pulled it back, and then the mayo starts falling out. And I'm like, my goodness, people, figure it out.
I love it.
You're going to hurt the guy.
But no, mayo on your beard. You going to do it?
I don't know about that. I just need beard tips. I want to have a full beard by the time. That's my New Year's resolution.
Oh, man.
Have a full beard.
When are you getting a haircut?
I don't know, man.
I get one tomorrow.
I want to, complete the bet, but I'm just lazy. I don't want to schedule it or anything.
Rico, we need to find
and
a
especially
time.
because the best times to do it, I'm here at work.
Yeah, we need to find a time that works for both of us. We'll go at the same time. I'll get lined up in the straight edge razor, and you can get your
all right bet.
All
right, you tell me a time, we'll go.
We'll go to Burke's.
Yeah,
you gonna go with my guy?
Yeah. Well, not your guy, but I'll go to your place.
My place.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll go to my guy.
Yeah, you can get a guy.
I have a
guy there.
I have a guy. He used to cut my hair at another place,
but now
he cuts hair there.
No way.
Yeah,
I did not know that. All right. Last update here. About a minute left. Last update here on Nebraska women's basketball. They trail at the half, 37-26. Nebraska shooting 24% overall, 3 of 18 from 3, and 4 of 12 on layups. Ashley Scoggin leads with 6 points. Jazz Shelley has 5 points and 6 rebounds. So probably a double-double coming up for Jazz Shelley.
They are currently struggling.
Yeah, down 11. Obviously, Michigan State went on kind of an 8-0 run there towards the end of the first half. So Nebraska very well could get on a run of their own, and they'll have some fun in the second half. All right, we'll keep you updated as we go. Will you hear from me and Rico on Monday? We don't know.
Let's find out.
Stick around. One-on-one with DP will be around the corner after this break. We will talk to you guys on Monday. Have a great New Year's. Enjoy the weekend. See you guys later.
Adios.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New